Okay, I'm back again, you guys. Sorry, I am playing catch up on delivering messages from the Lord. Um, this one, last year, God was speaking to me on through His Word as I was reading His Word. He was speaking to me a lot about famine. Stocking up on things, preparing ourselves for things, just getting right and getting prepared. Recently, it started to come up again, and I had a dream earlier this week. And in the dream, I saw many people just standing in a line, trying to get resources, trying to get food. And all I heard was the word famine. So while reading the word, I've been reading Genesis. And I was reading and I got to where Joseph was interpreting Pharaoh's dream, the two dreams that God had given him about the 7 years of prosperity and 7 years of famine. So when I got to that part of the Bible, I actually read it about 3 times. Actually, God would not allow me to move forward. So I read it and I read it and I read it. And then He took me back to my dream that I had about famine and what He told me last year. And last year He had me as well, telling me to stock up on things, getting things like generators, portable stoves. I got a portable heater, stocking up on canned goods, just non-perishable things. So again, this has came forth again, and what I received from reading Genesis and the dreams that He received was, in these years where we are able to put away the things that we do have access to, we need to. That way, when the time comes where there is limited resources or no resources at all, we have put away for those times. Joseph did tell Pharaoh that the 7 years that he was prosperous, that he needed to, I want to say it was like 1/5. He needed to take and put away 1/5 of everything and then store those things away for the 7 years of famine that they endured. And they did that. So when the 7 years of famine came, they had what they needed to get through those times. So, and then they were also able to help the other people. So, this is a word that I did feel led to deliver to God's children. Part of it is a warning that a time and a season will come where we will have very limited, if no resources at all, and we need to get prepared. This is not a message to bring about fear, because the enemy likes to install fear in us, but God does not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So this is not to bring fear to anybody, but this is just a message to prepare. Prepare to pray and seek God and ask Him what is it that He wants you to put away. Some people who may do gardening. Gardening and putting away the things that you grow to store up for the seasons to come. So I say just take this word back to God and just see what it is that He wants you to store away. It also could be that we all store away different things. That way we can trade resources with each other. The fact that they just came to me right now must have definitely came from the Lord. I do not believe that we will all store the same things, but different things. So God has given us all special skills, talents, um, things that we are blessed to do. So, whatever that is, like I said, some people it's gardening, you know, other people it could be something different. I do not know, but definitely just prepare yourselves and put away what you can, stock up the things that you can. And that is not to say go rush to the stores and buy up everything like y'all did in COVID, buying up all the tissue. Because at this time, I do not know what season that will be. I do not know when that will be yet. But I just know in these years that we have, or we have access to, are the years that, the time, the season. I don't even want to say years, because for all we know, it could be a few months from now. But this is the time for us to just prepare for what we can. Stock up for the things that we can. And, I mean, if you're seeking God, searching God, you know, have a relationship with God, He'll let you know what it is that you need to do. And I pray that those of you who do not have a relationship with Him, I pray that you do get one. Because He's been He's been speaking of repentance and getting right with Him and seeking Him now while He is near. So we don't want to continue to delay those things. We don't want to take God's grace and His mercy for granted, because our time can be cut short at any time. And the worst thing to do is to be created by God for a purpose, and we do not fulfill our purpose here on this earth. We leave earth without doing the things that God has called us to do. So if you do not know your will, your purpose, it's best that you seek Him for that. And I promise when you do, your life will change. My life changed when I found out what my purpose was here, what God created me to do, what I am called to do. My life changed completely. And it's been uphill ever since. Not to say that it's been perfect, because the enemy will always try to keep us from the things that we're supposed to do, but God has been great. God has been gracious to not only lead and guide me, but make me aware of the things the enemy is trying to do in my life. Increasing my discernment. Even letting me know some of the enemy's secrets. And the things that he's trying to do, not even in my life, but just towards God's people. So, when you know your purpose, it changes your life. And it changes your life for the best, because God's will for our life is the best. It's the best. So, again, not to bring about fear. We rebuke fear, but get prepared. Have a great day.